Hey everybody, welcome back to American History with Mr. Finn. So today we're gonna get to war. All right, it goes pretty quick. If you remember last time, we had the complex situation of Austria-Hungarian heir to the throne, Francis Ferdinand, was assassinated, and then Austria-Hungary blamed that country, Serbia, for that assassination. And now we're gonna look at the chain reaction that happens before we move on. So let's get to war is all we're doing today. All we're doing today is getting to war because I have a complex thing to show you, and you'll just show me your notes. You do not need to look it up. Just follow me because you don't really understand it unless, you know, the first lesson of World War I and this one are super important to like really understand what's going on. So let's put up our players. Are you ready? We had Austria, Hungary. That was where Francis Ferdinand was from. We had versus. They had declared war on the little country of Serbia. Oh, I put sub. I need to put an R in there. Serbia. All right, so Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Now, here's the problem. Secret alliances. Remember, secret alliances. Serbia has a secret alliance with a big country, Russia. All right, so this little country has a big country of Russia who is on their side. Now, when Russia starts to amass troops or get their army ready, Austria-Hungary's secret alliance with Germany happens. As you can see now, we have gone from 2, now we have 4. As Germany starts to mobilize their troops, Russia has a secret alliance of their own. Russia is with France. All right. So now France starts to amass troops on the other side of Germany. So it's confusing. You know what? Next class I'm gonna have a map. We're gonna get a map out so that I can show you. Plus I got to show you what happened anyway. But for today, it's just important to know who's on what side. So we'll leave it at this for now. So Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Serbia's secret alliance, Russia, jumps in. As Russia jumps in, Austria-Hungary's secret alliance, Germany, jumps in. As Germany jumps in, Russia's secret alliance with France, France jumps in. Germany makes a decision here. Germany says, listen, we need to knock one of these two people out. We think France is not ready, so let's go after France. So Germany wants to attack France, but here's the deal. Germany, on its way to France, crosses into Belgium. Belgium is another country. You can't just do that. You can't just cross through a country to go to war. So say Mexico was going to want to attack Canada. They couldn't just walk through the United States with their military. The United States would be like, yo, what are you? You just attacked us by crossing into our country. And Germany does that to Belgium. Germany's like, the fastest way to get to France is to go through Belgium. And when they go into Belgium, Belgium then has a secret alliance of their own, crosses Belgium, which brings England into war. All right. So you can see how this is happening. I think I have the dates right here too, so hang on for a second. Yeah. This all goes down. All of this happens in around a summer, like a month to 2 month period. All of a sudden, all of these countries. So it's like, these are the major countries of Europe. You know, Russia, France, Germany, England, Austria, Hungary, Serbia is small, and Belgium is small, but these are the major players in Europe at the time. And how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries are now at war with each other. That is crazy. If you were here watching that in another part of the globe today, you'd be worried. It would be like, uh-oh, something's going on here. And so really today is just having an understanding of how this all happens. This is a chain reaction or domino/chain reaction. Now, what are we doing here in the United States? I'll give you a hint. Nothing. We are not doing anything. We are watching this all go down. What's going to happen immediately in this war? I said we're going to get to fighting today. As Germany goes to attack France, we're going to see, I'll put it up here, as definitions. Domino effect, chain reaction. This war quickly becomes a stalemate, meaning no side winning. Why does it become a stalemate? Well, oddly enough, industrialization. Industrialization makes this war a stalemate. We'll get into the fighting. I'll give you a brief idea right now, but we start to see new things being created, new weapons. Just like in the Civil War, we had like those shells and things like that, repeat action rifles. This time we're going to start to see like machine guns, and we're going to start to see the invention of like tanks and things like that. That puts a stop to this because remember, war was still being fought the same way. This is the crazy thing, even World War I. All right? Let me explain that briefly. You have these notes because you're going to need to know who got involved with who. War becomes a stalemate, and here's why. Line up, not line out. Line up and fight. And so here's the deal. If you line up on that side and I line up on this side, that's fine if we're fighting with fists. The problem is now what did I say we have? Machine guns. We have machine guns. How's that going to work? Well, we're going to walk across an open field. You're going to walk it across an open field. And now we have guns that are going like machine guns. Like, man, they can fire like, we'll look at weapons next class, but I think it's like 450 rounds a minute. That is crazy. And so what's going to happen is, obviously they're not going to keep walking across and fighting each other. We start to see the term that comes to represent what this war is going to be based on, and that is this: trench warfare. What is a trench? It's basically like digging a trench. It's a hole. We dig up some dirt and get down because the other side's fire machine guns, and we start to see trenches being built. And now these trenches mean that people are down in these holes and they're waiting. People on the other side are down in these holes, and it's like, all right, ready? We're all going to get up and run, and we try and run across this field, and it just ends up being a disaster. And so we see early on that there's a stalemate in this war, which is making it last. It's going to last a lot longer because it just keeps going. So anyway, I've given you a lot of information, told you the breakdown of this chain reaction that's happened. We've hit a stalemate with Germany trying to attack France and getting stopped, and now they both dug trenches. They're in trench warfare. No one's winning, and we're just stuck in this spot. So today, just give me the notes. As we move forward, we're going to start to maybe look at some pictures, do a timeline, things like that, maybe a poster. But for today, because the first part of this and the second part of this are a little complex, just give me the notes, and next class we'll move forward with more of the assignments. So on that note, get that to me today for attendance and participation purposes, and I will see you next class.